Morning guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Today we're going to do an update on Verasity. It's been around 2 weeks since we last looked at the asset, so we'll have a look at what's going on in terms of price analysis. And I want to start off by looking at the previous video last time that I did, and I did say if you was looking for buys on VRA, start targeting this level here at 0.024 and ladder them all the way down to the bottom of this move. And so far, all of those orders, if you did place them, would have hit. I also would have mentioned this region down here, which is a potential level, because it is a key level where we've struck at the bottom before. As you can see there, it was a major level support, and then we use it as a level of support after we flipped to resistance level to go on to create a new all-time high. So all in all, we have not got down to that bottom level, but that's mainly due to the fact that Bitcoin has started to push up, and ultimately, whenever that does happen, it does bring the rest of the market with it. So let's get rid of that fib now. We have completely broken out of that downtrend now. So that downtrend is, I mean, you could still see we're in the downtrend really, but we need to get really back above this level up here to get out of that downtrend. But we have broken out of that downtrend there. But you can see it is clearly still a downtrend to your open eye. This thick level here, this green band, is a level of resistance, and that's the same all the way up. We've got a thick weekly level, up here. So you're talking 0.026, and then we've got 0.045, big levels of weekly resistance, which will be take quite a while to get above. Local resistance, talking daily, we've got this 3.4 cent region. But let's start off by doing a little bit of bearish analysis here, and we'll just have a look at some potential levels that you could potentially load up on if the market does start to come down. I'm still going to keep an eye on this level down here at 0.0073. I think that's an area that we still need to target, but looking at this latest move, you can see here, we've also got another level of support. If you look at all these candles down here, major level of support all the way through. You could call that a bit of a deviation there. We did drop to the downside, but we pushed back up and then flipped it to support. So if you're looking for buys in terms of Fibonacci levels, we are coming down now. We're coming down to that 618 region. So if you're looking for buys, personally what I would do is start laddering them in from 2.1 cent all the way down to 1.86 cent. Levels within there I think could be quite achievable. And then obviously, like I say, we've got a big fat juicy level down here, and you can even use some of these extensions on the fib. If you go into the charts and put a Fibonacci on from the start of a move there to the top of a move, you can have some extensions above, which I use for TP in, but it always gives you some levels below. If the market needs to continue to correct downwards, these fib levels can also be used to your advantage. So that's levels to buy, starting at 2.1 cent. Pretty much ladder them all the way down to where you see fit. I'd probably say around this area, because it's like, say, it's a clear level of support, and we could class that area there. Where's my brush? We could class that as a bit of a deviation from that entire move. So let's see if the market does push up, and let's see if you manage to get some orders filled down at those regions. Going back to a daily though, let's have a look at some other things. So RSI mid-ground around 46%. So we've got plenty of room to grow to the upside, and definitely plenty of room to grow to drop to the downside if the market did have another shakeout, because we are still in uncertain times. Global economic outlook is quite poor, especially over in Europe now with the sanctions putting against Russia. I think that they're going to have quite a substantial effect on the European economies. And also that will trickle through to the US in terms of Brent crude oil is pretty much in all-time highs, considering it was down at 0 last year, and now it's up at all-time highs. It's a little bit crazy, but like I say, the global economic outlook is indecisive, I would say, and it's so much going on in the world currently, it's hard to predict. But looking at that, went off on a bit of a tangent there, looking at a 50 and a 20, we had a bearish cross miles ago, back on 1st of December. When we had that pump, the moving average was starting to get a little bit closer, but when we did drop to a downside, when Bitcoin shook us out again, what we need really is these moving averages here to come closer together, potentially form a bullish cross. And really, we need a price action to get trading back above that 50. We're broken out of that 20 there, but on the daily time frame for me, if you're ever looking for spot buys or long positional holds, you really need to be trading back above that 50. I mean, you can always buy it below it and wait for it to rise up, but one of my key indicators about growth is looking like it's trading back above that 50. So that's something I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm not holding any VRA at a minute, but If we do get back above that 50 and the market does start spinning around, I might put a position in and see if we can ride it up and use some of these levels to take profit. And that does lead me on to some taking profit regions now. So obviously we've got this first local area to take profit, which is up at 3.4 cents. I think that's an area which you should look to be skimming some profit off, whether that's on long-term holds, short-term holds, or even if you're looking to do a bit of swing trading. I think that's a clear level which you should be taking profit at around 3.4 cents. If we smash through that second, third or fourth time, then obviously got this major level of weekly resistance up here at 4.6 cents. I think that's a key area. And then once we get back above there, there's not much trading data in this area here. We've got from pretty much October until December. So you're talking, what's that, 7, 8 weeks worth of trading data there. So it's not much. So I think once we do get back above here, we will start to see some major growth and some major price action. But that could be a while off yet. It really depends on what Bitcoin does and what the entire world does in terms of its financial situation. One thing to note about is usually when things are not going the way the world wants it to, when something's bad happening, for example, COVID-19, we had that crash, things start to pump because people use Bitcoin as that safe haven, that hedge against that current financial system that we are in. So be wary. I mean, you could look to... we could really see some major gains over this next few months and hopefully the next couple of years. So that's for asset coverage, really. We've talked about buy zones down here. And then we've got these local sell zones at 3.5 and 4.6 cents. I think those regions are going to be some areas to definitely look to take profit. Next, before we finish, I just want to take a look at a BTC pairing. Not too much data on the Satoshi pairs. But if you're looking to accumulate with some spare Bitcoin that you have, then I've got a couple of levels marked up. We've obviously lost this level of support, which was apart 5,700 sats. I think last time I would have said if you're looking to get some buy orders filled in Satoshis on VRA, ladder them down from 5,700 down to 3,700 sats. I do think that at some stage we are waiting for this breakout on Bitcoin. Whether that's tomorrow, whether that's 6 months, whether that's 2 years time, it will break out. And when that happens, Satoshis will start to feel the pain. If we just look at the dominance on Bitcoin, as long as this keeps climbing, altcoins and Satoshi pairs will burn. And that's a given. You can't get away from that fact. And that's why I'm looking to buy at these regions here. And to be honest, you could even look to this level down. Where's my horizontal ray? You could even look at this level here. If you look at this in the past, major support level there, major support level there. And that's down at 2,500 Satoshis. In terms of a drop, it would be quite harsh when you're talking 50% drop down to that level. Potentially it might not happen, and I think that would be a very, very harsh drop. But let's wait and see, and let's see if Bitcoin does reclaim some dominance. Because if it does shoot up north of 52% in terms of dominance, Satoshis will start to feel that pressure, and you probably will get some juicy orders filled. So ladder them in. I mean, anywhere from now all the way down, you're talking 5,000 sats all the way down to 2,500 sats, and let's see if the market does allow that, and hopefully can get some juicy orders filled. In terms of taking profit, you've got this level up here. Let's have a look at that. I'll put that in a bit of a, you can see that major support region there, sorry, resistance region, the top there, and it goes all the way through. If you look at the major support there, resistance on top of that level, it's a key area of that. So that's up at 7,700 sats. I don't think we're going to be there for a while. I'm more in favour of drops to a downside, so take some opportunities if you can. That's going to do it for today's video. If you are new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.